So anyway, to sum up, it'll be included in the recording. Sir Jordan is the education EPS, public supervisor, program
Program supervisor.
supervisor, education program supervisor in Araling Panlipunan, and he was also recently appointed as director of the Indigenous uh, People's Education Program. Um, and I met him via Facebook. I was very interested in. I was very interested in um, what he was describing as some of the things they were doing, and invited him to consider customized literacy, and invited him eventually to join the MTV in February. And shortly after, I actually went to Romblon and ran workshops, and that was planned mostly by Sir Jordan. And it involved a lot of teachers. We had three batches. Am I right? Three batches?
Mm. Two batches, ma'am, including the secondary.
Oh, okay. So yung second batch had second high school and elementary, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there it is. I can just attest. I can just witness to Sir Jordan's commitment to promoting engagement in learning, building critical thinking skills, and I think um, he has been applying the making thinking visible philosophy in most everything that he's doing now. Yeah. Okay, Sir Jordan.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, and good morning to everyone. Allow me to share my presentation this morning. Okay, is my presentation visible to all?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. So this is all about customized literacy, and of course it was conceptualized, and actually we were working on it prior to the training, but it was finalized and named customized literacy for upon our training with ma'am Weng. Actually, she introduced this um, program to us. Allow me to present to you the our province. So this is our province. We have Concepcion. We have Banton, Corcuera, the Tablas Island, the biggest island, and the San Jose, the white below, where Ma'am Weng
A
train our
landage.
teachers. Yes. And Romblon is here, the red one. And then another island is Magdiwang. So this is our province. We are divided by the seas, and we are an island division. The languages that we have is the red one is the Romblomanon or the Ini, the Ini. The white is the Unhan, and the blue is the Ase, the Ase. So um we have a distinct culture, we have a distinct language, and we have our own. But during the implementation of the MTBMLE, the Memaropa, including the Romblon, Marinduque, uh, Mindoro, Palawan, and Romblon, are advised to use Tagalog amidst that those provinces have our own languages. But anyway, so we move on with the MTBMLE until such time na they abolish the MTBMLE in the classroom. So we make our own orthography. We made our working orthography. So we work on it since 2015. Until now, we are not yet approved in the Surian Wikang Pambansa or the KWF. wikang wikang Pilipino, kagawa ng wikang Pilipino. But we have our orthography. So we have also our instructional materials. We develop our apatan. You know, apatan is one of our practices in making our language more to be written and
Mm.
be read by our learners. Apatan is a
Alphabet.
quatrains. Am I right? Quat four liners four lines sentences, and it rhymes, no? That is
Four-line sentences. Parang haiku?
yes, ma'am, parang haiku, four lines siya, ma'am, and then that is apatan, no? So we make it
Hmm.
apatan and then allow it to read to the children, no? And
Mm.
have a compilation in different languages, no? In different languages. And then we have also a lot of stories. We make stories on our barangays. We make a barangay historical research. So, written in our own language. So um, this is how we try to document our languages and our history because there are no written history in its barangay. So until now we are working on it. So
Wait, you're doing history for each barangay? Is that what you said?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Uh, we are doing barangay historical research, knowing what's the name of the barangay, where they came from, who are the first people, and then a lot of history in the barangay, local history. And it was approved by the barangay through a barangay resolution. So that's the process. So we have a lot of process, but we also have a validation. We have also a validation. You can see one of our materials here. We have our elders trying to document mga insect, the name of the insect in our mother tongue, no? So we have a validation together with the elders, together with the native speakers. So
Wow.
that's how we interface with them, trying to validate with them if it is true or meron pa bang mga ganito sa community.
Mm.
So that is one. And then we interface with other agencies. We interface with the RSU. We interface with the NCIP. We have a resolution to use our mother tongue. So we are fighting for our mother tongue to be recognized actually. So it's
Mm.
been years for now. Until now, wala pa rin po. But we have a lot of initiative for our mother tongue. So with all for that, February 14, it was February 14 at San Jose Romblon. We have our training with Ma'am Weng, and then we plan out how customized literacy program should be institutionalized. So tailor the literacy instruction to meet diverse student needs and then combines reading, writing, and thinking with students' interest levels and background. So how we do that thing during the time? Our pilot implementation started with of course writing. We allow from grade 1, no? From grade 1 to grade 6 and even to junior high school. We train the teacher how to facilitate the learners to tell a story and then write their own stories in the bond paper and then make their own stories to tell or stories to be read by their own classmate, by their parents, by their teachers, no? So they write their own stories guided by the questions. What is your favorite pet? How do you take good care with the pet? So they they share their story and then write their story on their own, and then they draw their own drawings for their stories, no, and then read it with their classmate, with their teachers, no. So that's that's how the mechanics are done, no. And then we hang it in a when we have a lot of stories, no, when we have a lot of stories, what we did is to have a showcase. Anyway, allow me to share to you how important this customized literacy in the K stage 1. In the K stage 1, this is the grade 1 to 3, while the K stage 2 is the grade 4, 5, and 6. And the K stage 3 is the junior high school. When we try to look at the framework, the K stage 1 focus on literacy. That's the reason why the big circle in K stage 1 focuses on literacy, while the K stage 2, meaning grade 4 to grade 6, will focus on language. And then the K stage 3 on junior high school will focus on text, or majority of the text. So this is how Matatag will works. So that's the reason why we anchored the program Customized Literacy on the different K stages, no? So on the Key Stage 1, we focus on the literacy, simple story from our grades 1 to 3 children. And while on grade 4, 5, and 6, we focus on language, how how they transition from their mother tongue, Tagalog, to English, and even to junior high school. What we advise to junior high school is to write more text, no? More on stories that based on their real life situation, but it is um, anchored to the competencies that can be used by the teachers inside the classroom. So we anchor those stories in these different case stages, no? So based on the Matatag curriculum, this will be the target for its every young Filipino learners that can be literate and communicative in the language with a great sense of cultural identity. So that's the reason why on our project, Customized Literacy, we allow learners to write their own stories in their own languages, their mother tongue, Asi, Ini, and Onhan. And then if they can do that, to translate it in Tagalog, to translate it in English, much better. So um when we see the competencies, no, uh ang competencies po namin sa Filipino, this is for Filipino. We have subdomain. This is what we call subdomain. We have the competencies at the center, and then at the left side we have a subdomain, and it start with tunog na salita, talasitaan. So when we see the kasanayan, macron kasanayan, here naka-pacing po siya. So pag ang subdomain mo is nababasa ang mga salitang may cluster, so ang kasanayan po ng bata or the assessment will fall hanggang sa salita kasi siya ay nakakabasa. But if the competencies is natutukoy ang kahulugan ng mga salita ayon sa konteksto, we move it to pakikinig, pagsasalita, pagbasa at pagsusulat. So that is how Matatag will work right now. So at least nakikita po namin, we see the process on how customized literacy could help in attaining the competencies, no, in attaining the competencies. So customized literacy is more than just adapting a lesson to reading levels, and of course the holistic approach, no, that recognize unique needs, backgrounds, and the reality of its learners. So it aims to nurture not just academic skills but the the whole of the child, no. So this display shows us how we works the customized literacy. You can see on the other side the materials that hang, no? Of course, these materials are um they can change it, they can rewrite it because it is written in the bond paper, so they can improve it sooner or later. But all in all, some of this material will be validated soon. But we are not concerned with the validation. We are concerned on how they write, how they make it, how they produce it, how they draw on it, how they draw things on their own, back on their mind, and then how they tell their stories. Um, you see, we display their works, and then allow other children to write. What is good about this customized literacy, and when we pilot it, children are very proud with their own stories and then telling their own classmate to read their own stories. And then their classmate will also tell them, "Oh, you read also my stories." And they share stories with each other. And then sooner or later, they tell their classmate, "Wait for my another stories." No? And then I'll write my another stories, and then I'll let you read it. No, so this is how it works. This is how they think. This is how they share. Whatever the things they think, whatever the things they experience, they wrote it, they share it. And I think this is one of the best thing that we could do to our learners to make them more creative and um, attaining 21st century skills, making their own stories. Of course, what we plan is to recognize, no? We will sooner or later we will have a contest on on the materials that they do, no? And then have a uh quality check on it and then publish it later on. So um when we ask some parents and teachers, one good thing about the customized literacy is that they like to make it more more on a practice inside the classroom, no, inside the classroom. So from grades 1 to grade to junior high school, sooner or later we will monitor it because this coming um June 9 we will have a kick-off on Brigada Escuela, and then our superintendent advised me to launch the customized literacy program, no? So we will launch the customized literacy program, adapting it to adapting by the whole schools division office to be implemented this coming school year. So we will institutionalize the making of the story of the children, the customized literacy program, and then we will monitor its progress, no? So is these are some of our activities, no, that we have done, no? So we have also, aside from that, um what we do is we we also support not only the reading program, but also when we talk about the holistic approach to the children, because I'm charged with the IP-Ed, with the indigenous peoples, and then the last mile schools, the multi-grade education in the division. Aside from reading program, aside from strengthening literacy program, we support also the physical, no? The physical needs of our children, like inviting some doctors, some dentists to check with our learners. We train them to take good care of themselves, no? Our IP learners. And then we also share some chinelas, no? The chinelas, the sleepers for them, because some of our IP learners don't have any sleepers, no? So we share sleepers for them to go to their school, no? Yearly we share para sa po sa kanila. And then not only that, we believe that aside from that is the nutrition of our learners. So we would like to make it the customized literacy program. We would like to make it more holistic approach to our learners. So we have a feeding program every year. sa mga IP community po namin. So, it is a holistic approach to education, focused on integrating reading, writing, thinking in cultural context to support the overall development of every learners. In essence, customized literacy is holistic because it's view learners as test takers, but as it's not only a test taker, but as a whole individual. And it's a mind to think, a voice to express, a cultural and honor, and a life to live fully to the education. And because of that, I'm very proud to say to everyone that based on the PLEMS, this is the national, this is the national test, no? The functionally literacy rate percentage in the whole Philippines, we are in tie with Rizal. So we rank 3 or 4, no? The number 1 is Benguet, the next one is Apayao, and then Rizal and Romblon rank on the same place, and then followed by Batangas, Siquijor, Bohol, Bataan, Cotabato, and Cavite. That is the top 10, no? On the top 10 functionally literate provinces. While in the top functionally illiterate, or in the bottom, no? Those are provinces that Tawi-Tawi, Davao Occidental, Zamboanga del Sur, Northern Samar, Basilan, Sarangani, Western Samar, Agusan del Norte, Sultan Kudarat, Lanao del Norte. Of course, this is based on the report of the EDCOM, no? EDCOM. So this time, we will strengthen our customized literacy program, and we will make it more on holistic approach and perspective. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope I share a lot and from our initiative here in our provinces. And we would like to thank Ma'am Weng and everyone for listening. Maraming salamat po, and good morning.
Thank you, Sir Jordan.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So, pwede tayong magsimula sa wait lang. Siguro i-acknowledge din muna natin kung sino yung mga dumating ngayon. Pasensya na po at medyo diretso na lang kami sa report without really making a proper introduction of everyone. So I think most of us, kung tignan niyo po yung listahan ng mga participants, most, in terms of like who is from high school, who is teaching elementary, Sir Ryan, I was listening to all his presentation ni Sir Jordan po sa mga mother tongue based activities nila. Kaya I thought, Sir Ryan might be interested in here. Sir Philip, Sir Philip ay elementary education teacher rin. Also a journalism advisor, right, Sir Philip? Aside from being a math teacher. Ma'am Jocelyn, I am not sure. Ma'am Jocelyn, kindly introduce yourself. Ma'am Jocelyn?
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Jocelyn Yolipitonyo, a new coordinator from San Miguel Elementary School from Cavite.
Ma'am Joy, math po kayo, right?
Yes po.
Hindi po nakadating si Ma'am Nina for the reading coordinator thing?
Chinat ko na po.
Okay. And Ma'am Gretch, you still teaching high school English, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes po. Good morning po.
Good morning, Ma'am Gretch. Si Ma'am Eileen is also in the elementary school level. So, okay. So, thank you so much, Sir Jordan, sa iyong napaka comprehensive na pag-uulat. At ako personally, marami po akong mga nagustuhan doon sa, lalo na po yung pag-uumpisa, yung bago pa po yung customized literacy itself, where people are writing about the insects in their community. I think it would take research skills din po para gawin yan. So, ano po ang ating, saan po tayo mag-uumpisa? Siguro po magbahagi na lang po tayo ng inyong mga what struck you, ano po yung nakikita nyo, yung mag-give one, take one po tayo sa ating presentation. So magbigay po kayo ng ano ang mga bagay na sa palagay ko ay makakatulong sa akin mismong practice. Tapos po ano po yung mga gusto nyong mga parts dun po sa sinabi ni Sir Jordan. Siguro mag-umpisa na lang po tayo sa ganun. In terms of Sir Jordan's goal, which is to engage the students, to build their critical thinking skills and literacy skills, what aspects of the programs that they're doing are helping or are working? Yeah, what aspects work and what aspects do not work para po sa inyo. Lalo na po yung nag-iisip ng mga interventions. How do I get kids to read? Okay? Kahit po sa anong level, meron na po ba sa inyo rin gumagawa nito sa intervention na to na pinapakwento yung mga bata, tapos mula sa kanilang sariling mga salita at mga experiences, pinapasulat sila ng draft ng kwento. At tapos, analyze it and they actually publish yung sinasabi ni Sir Jordan, yung sinasabit, yun yung ginawa nilang celebration of learning ba yun, Sir Jordan? Hindi ako nakapunta doon actually.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's a celebration of learnings. At the same time, kasama po kasi noon is a feeding program pagkatapos po noon.
Okay.
Sir Jordan, this is Mitch. I have one question. Do you continue to use mother tongue, or do you think you would use mother tongue all the way through high school?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We amidst of the implementation of the Department of Education that we need to use Tagalog or Filipino based on the recommendation. Our teachers use for the instruction and even for classroom instruction our mother tongue to strengthen the comprehension level of our learners. So, and besides, our learners are still speaking their own mother tongue. There are some learners who are forced by their parents to use Tagalog and even use English, but of course, when they have their own time, playtime, they use their mother tongue. So that's the reason why we still using it, and still we are fighting to for the recognition of our mother tongue.
I think it's a fantastic program and very powerful. And I wonder, have you, aside from the feedback that you've gotten on literacy, do you also do other studies of the students to see how they do with critical thinking and problem solving and actual engagement in the classroom?
Yes, sir. Actually, we're trying to correlate the our national result in our performance. Of course, most of us in our DepEd, they're trying to say that our school performance, has no correlation with the national result or the national standard, because we're aiming for the 75 rating in the national standard, and yet nobody could reach that national standard. While Romblon is trying to be there, right now we are at the 75 in the NAT, no? But it is only in Filipino, and our Araling Panlipunan is in something 73, and the rest of our learning areas are in 58, running for 58 and 68. But we are closer to the national standard, if that will be the basis of our literacy.
Sir Jordan, mayroon po mga pumasok na late. Pwede bang i-share mo ulit yung ilang mga pictures, yun ang ilagay sa screen? Meron po mga teachers na familiar naman sa customized literacy, kagaya ni Ma'am Marian. Ewan ko kung si Ma'am Gretch, have you tried customized literacy po sa inyong school setting? Siguro lisain po natin yung steps rin, kasi medyo overview po yung ginawa ni Sir Jordan, kasi madami na po silang mga ginagawang activities. So, balik po tayo sa ilang pictures. Sir Jordan, pwede po ba?
Sige po, ma'am. I'll share my presentation.
Oo. Napaka-simple lang po ng design ng customized literacy. As the name suggests, customized po yun, kasi ang problema po ng mga bata ay hindi nakaka-decode sila, quote-unquote basa nung nakikita nilang mga symbols, mga codes, pero hindi po sila, yan sir, hindi po sila, wala pong comprehension. I think I don't really have to explain this much, because it's a universal experience where the ability to comprehend is problematic in many, many schools, and the children are not able to read and not able to do math, because math is also, there's also a lot of storytelling in math, especially the word problems. And if the children cannot understand the story related in math problems, hindi rin po sila makakasolve ng mga math problems. Kaya sabay-sabay na po yung kawalan ng skills sa lahat ng area. So kung meron po kayong tanong, ang pinag-umpisahan po ng customized literacy ay bigyan ng maraming pagkakataon ang mga bata na magkwento. Magkwento po sila ng kung ano man yung mga bagay na interesado sila. Siguro pwede nating pagbahaginan si Ma'am Marian mamaya, kasi meron siyang ginawang customized literacy rin sa Cavite na yung bata ay siya pa yung namili ng gusto niyang ikwento. Yun. Tapos mula sa pagkukwento ng mga bata, my understanding is this is pati po kindergarten and grade 1 doon sa Romblon, right Sir Jordan?
Yes po, ma'am.
Paano yung hindi pa makasulat na grade 1 kindergarten?
Ma'am, actually, ma'am, ang aming pong, siyempre, ngayong ilo-launch po namin siya across all division. Ang K2, ang kinder, ma'am, kinder and grade 1, and some of our grade 2 na hindi pa po marunong magsulat talaga, ma'am. Ang amin po talagang strategy po nito na gagawin is parent-learner partnership po siya, ma'am. Tuturuan po namin yung parent ng mga tanong, kung paano po pagsunod-sunodin ang tanong para ang bata ay magkwento ng sunod-sunod. At ang mangyayari po dito, ma'am, ang gagawin po talaga po dito ng mga magulang is tatanungin po ang bata, ito ba ang gusto mong isulat ko dito? Halimbawa mo,
Mm.
pag tinanong, ano ang paborito mong hayop? Pag sinabi ng bata, ako ay may paboritong hayop kasi ako ay may alagang hayop. Ang aking alaga po ay aso. So ang nanay o ang parent o ang teacher na mag-a-assist po sa kanya, ipaprocess po yan, sasabihin, dahil grade 1 nga po, gusto mo bang isulat ko ito at sabihin ko dito na ako ay may alagang aso. Pag naintindihan po siya ng bata, ang ibig pong sabihin noon, isusulat po siya ng teacher, isusulat po siya ng nanay, at ipapabasa po sa bata. Kung yung sinulat ng nanay o ng teacher ay ayon, yun ba ang gusto ng bata. So para at least po, nagkakaintindihan po sila. So ganun, ma'am.
So yung assumption, sir, yung bata ay nakakabasa na.
Yung bata, ma'am, ay yes, ma'am. Ang ibig po sabihin, ma'am, mauuna muna, ma'am, yung pagsasalita niya, magkikwento siya, isusulat siya, ma'am. Yung isinulat niya po yun, ma'am, is mabivisualize niya na yung sinabi niya po pala, yun yung kanyang pagkakasulat. At least makakabasa po siya.
Yung association ng words,
Yes,
spoken
ma'am.
words at saka written words.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Opo.
Okay. So yung nasa picture, mga teachers po yan. Ito yung mga teachers na yung ginawa namin sa workshop. Sila ay nag-usap tungkol dun sa proseso, sa steps. Tapos pinabalik sila ni Sir Jordan sa mga schools eh. Tapos pinag-demo. Tapos dun sa demo ay yung, hindi ako sigurado, Sir Jordan, ito ba yung sa demo nila pinagkwento nila yung mga bata sa classroom? So yun po mga teachers na umattend sa workshop ay merong mga assigned students they work with. Tapos kasama sa activity nila that day ay yung pagsusulat rin at pagdodrawing. So sa paghahanda sa workshop, meron na sila yung mga typewriting paper na naka-fold, tapos stapled in the middle para madali na po nilang, pagkatapos po nilang isulat yung draft sa
Yes, ma'am.
kanilang notebook, isulat yung draft, tapos binasa, tapos isusulat nila yung final
Yes, ma'am.
book.
Bali, ma'am, ang magsusulat ay ang bata at ang magdodrawing po sa kanyang gawang kwento ay sila din po. Yung mga hindi po nakakapagsulat pa po ng mas maganda is guided po sila ng mga teacher po nila. So, ganun po yung nangyari.
Yung teacher po na umattend ng
Opo, ma'am. Yung iba naman po, ma'am, ay sila po, ma'am, yung nagpa-process, ma'am, ng question.
parang triad?
Yes, ma'am.
Oo.
Pinaprocess yung question para yung bata ay magkwento. Kasi po may mga series of questions po. Para po makuha po ang gusto po natin dito mangyari, hindi lang po ang bata makapagkwento. Bagkus makuha po natin yung plot of the story.
Yung tinatawag nating narrative structure.
Yes po, ma'am. Para at least maintindihan ng bata na pag nagkwento siya sa umpisa, may katapusan.
Merong yung kwento ay may balangkas na sinusunod.
Yes, ma'am. May highlights, may
May
struggle.
beginning.
Oo po, parang ganun po, ma'am. And then may resolution. Yun.
Okay.
Ayun
Actually,
po, ma'am, ay ginagawa sa pamamagitan po ng tanong.
Okay.
Kaya ang
Medyo-
bata ay nagkikwento.
Oo. Yung para po sa kaalaman ng mga teachers, yung customized literacy ay very basic po siya na bigyan ng pagkakataon yung mga bata na magsalita. Kasi ayun po, doon po natututo, hindi po ba? Yun. Pero yun nga ang pagliwanag ni Sir Jordan. Gabayan sa pagkukwento para masanay sila na ang kwento ay may simula at may gitna at may conclusion. So there's a beginning and a middle part and the ending. So beginning, middle, end. Yun lang po yung basic. But the teachers who apply them or who use the general idea of get the kids to talk and then get them to write their story, minamodify na po yun, depende sa grade level. So, narinig po natin, sinabi ni Sir Jordan, meron pa sila yung highlight or climax, may resolution. Ano na po yun, yung
Kasi ma'am, kung titignan
modification.
niyo po ma'am, sa picture na ito ma'am, like for example ma'am, sa picture po na ito ma'am, si teacher po dito ma'am, hindi po siya nakikinig lang sa kwento.
Okay.
Dito po, yung bata po, nung ikinikwento niya na po yung kanyang kwento, si teacher po ay nagtatanong sino yung pangunahing tauhan sa kwento. Kasi gusto niyang malaman ng mga teacher dito kung sila ba talaga ang gumawa ng sarili din nilang kwento.
Okay, wait.
This is how it works.
Okay, wait lang sir. Akala ko ito yung mga teachers na nag-demo with the kids.
Meron po ma'am na may nag-demo ma'am. May mga nag-demo po tayo ma'am. Yan po, dito nga po ninyo, may mga nag-demo po tayo mga teachers. No? Sila po yung mga nag-demo, sila po yung sa mga bata, nagpagawa ng mga kwento. Meron naman po tayo yung mga nakinig lang at nagbasa naman po to validate.
Validate, okay. 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 Pwede bang makinig tayo ng ibang mga, anong nakikita ng ating ibang mga guro ngayon? Alin dito yung mga pwede nating gamitin? Ano yung mga natututunan? Ano ba kayong natututunan ng mga bata sa paggamit ng intervention na to? This is like this is not what you normally do. Like this is not what you're gonna do every day, okay? Ang ginawa lang po kasi parang pinagsama po yung workshop design po, merong isang session kung saan ang mga teachers mismo ay dinadanas yung gusto nilang danasin ng mga bata. Yung sila rin nagkukwento, tapos sila rin magsusulat ng kwento. Tapos merong in-between na period na yun nga, makikihalubilo sila sa mga bata. Wala na sila sa workshop proper, wala na sila dun sa conference hall. May mga assignment silang mga eskwela dun sa island na yun. And then, nung bumalik sila, actually yun ang na-miss ko, Sir Jordan, yung processing. Ano yung pinag-usapan ng mga teachers pagbalik nila mula sa learning festival? Wala kang picture nun?
Yes ma'am, actually ma'am, after kasi yan ma'am, meron po ako kasing may mga nag-observe din po kasi. May mga nag-observe po sa kanila habang nagde-demo teaching po sila. At the same time
Kasi
po
malaki
lahat
yung grupo no?
Yes, opo ma'am, malaki yung grupo natin. And then actually ang ano po kasi dito, ang processing po natin dito kasi is yung learning po nila is nagkaroon po sila ng tinatawag na work application project.
Ginamit mo sa iyong
Work application plan.
Oo.
Na pagbalik po nila sa bawat station po nila, may mga plan na po sila na gagawin. And that will be part of our Brigada Eskwela this coming year. Kasi nga po, ang Brigada Eskwela ay nakapokus po sa pagbasa. Brigada sa pagbasa po kasi ang tema po natin ngayon. So, ibig po sabihin, napaka-timely po talaga yung ginawa pong training na isa po to sa magiging pinaka-banner po namin ngayon sa whole division ng ang Customized Literacy Program.
Ma'am Wang, I have a question for the other participants here, and I wondered if this model could be used in their schools as well, if they have any thoughts about how they could use this for their own teaching practice. I don't know if anybody has some comments about that.
Alam ko po si Ma'am Marian ginawa na to pero on a much smaller scale. Would you like to tell us, Ma'am Marian, kung from that student, I forgot her name, meron ka na po bang ginawang expansion, ma'am, nung program na to? I mean, hindi ganito kalaki na may celebration of learning ng maraming mga estudyante at mga guro. This is hard to duplicate, ano, Sir Jordan? Pero hindi ibig sabihin na mahirap gawin. Yun ang gusto kong sabihin sa mga teachers. Hindi siya mahirap gawin. Hindi ito yung gagawin nyo araw-araw. Ito is special occasion na sinabayan ni Sir Jordan ng feeding program. Nung may pagpakain yung mga bata na nag-participate at pero yung bahagi na ng mga istorya nila ay tuloy pa rin sa classroom. So yun. Take it away, Ma'am Marian.
Good morning.
Ma, mahina po. Sobrang hina.
Good morning po. Okay na po?
Yes.
Ayan. Kung di po ako nagkakamali, ma'am, it was in 2023 po, no? Nung kinandak po natin ito. At first po ay kay Fiona. Si Fiona po, para may konti po tayong background, ay wala na pong mother. Father niya na lang po yung natitira. And yung nag-aalaga sa kanya nung the following year naman nung 23 kasi 2022 namatay yung kanyang nanay, and then the following year yung nag-aalaga naman sa kanya na tita niya, yun naman po yung namatay. And ayun, because of that, medyo na-neglect yung pagdating po doon sa kanyang pagbasa. Pero yung bata ay sobrang willing po talaga na matutong magbasa. Yun po kasi nakakatuwa sa kanya. Siya po yung nag-i-initiate talaga. Hindi ka po mamumroblema na turuan siya. Siya rin na mahilig, katulad po ng nabanggit po ni Ma'am Weng kanina, siya po talaga yung namili ng title ng kanyang story. And sa naalala ko, ang title po noon ay I Love Lola. Tapos, kung ano po yung mga ginagawa niya with her lola, katulad ng pagpapasyal niya sa wheelchair sa kanyang lola, pagpapainom niya po ng gamot, saka pagpapakain niya kay lola niya. Yun po yung mga isinulat niya. Kung mapapansin niyo po, yun ay sariling experience ng bata, and at the same time, yun po yung mga words na commonly ginagamit niya. Di po ba? And kung yun yung unang-una niyang maisusulat, mas magiging useful po para po doon sa bata po na tinuturuan po nating magbasa. Kesa po sa biglang complicated words po agad yung ituturo or i-introduce natin sa kanila. And then, after po no, nagkaroon po ng chance na kasi remain pa rin po ako na reading coordinator po ng school hanggang taong 2023, hindi po ako nagkakamali. Hanggang nun pong nagkaroon ng unang summer class ng reading. Ayun, na-try ko po yun sa mga maliliit din na bata. Tinuruan ko po yung parents nila kung paano po yung gagawin. Medyo short lang po yung time, pero at least nagkaroon po sila ng idea kung paano po isagawa yung customized literacy sa bata. Nagustuhan po ng parents kasi wala pong pressure sa bata. Kumbaga bonding na rin nila. Tapos mas makikilala pa nila yung anak nila and malalaman nila kung ano yung thoughts na meron po yung mga bata. Po ba? Kasi kung ang title na binigay ni Fiona ay I Love Lola, o malay natin, pagdating doon sa kwento nila, I Love Mama naman. Diba? Tapos kung ano yung mga gusto nung mga bata na ginagawa nila with their parents, with their moms, yun naman yung maisulat nila, pwede na rin maging foundation po yun. Not bad for start na rin po, diba? So yun po, with that customized literacy hanggang ngayon, feeling inspired pa rin po ako at magkakaroon po ng chance na makakilala po ng bata or group of kids na hindi marunong magbasa, ay ire-recommend ko po yung customized literacy. And yun po, hindi ko po makalimutan yung mahalin ang sariling wika, yung ating pong mother tongue. Doon po natin mas ma-express ang sarili natin. Kaya, yun, wag mahihiya na mag-express ng sarili sa sariling wika. Hindi natin sila kailangang i-pressure na English agad. So, yun po, Ma'am Weng. Meron pa po ba akong nakalimutang sabihin?
That is amazing sharing, ma'am. Ang dami mo pong nabanggit na mga importanteng components po na ang pag-uusapan nila ay sarili nilang buhay, sarili nilang interes, at sa salita na naiintindihan nila. Ito na po, mga teachers, yung ginagamit natin yung sarili nating salita, the power of our own words. Kaya po siya customized. Ito yung mga salita na alam ko ang ibig sabihin ng mga salitang to. Ginagamit ko sa pang-araw-araw. Kaya po pagka nilagay sa written format, yun po yung mga salita na kitang-kita nila yung kaugnayan ng these are the words I use, and in printed form, this is what they look like. Kaya po pag nagbasa sila, nandun na yung comprehension. Di ba po? Kasi paano nilang hindi maiintindihan? Una, yung sarili nilang salita, yung sarili nilang istorya, yung binabasa nila. Kaya yung pong decoding, kung mabagal pong magbasa yung mga bata, take note, mga teachers po sa Pilipino, sa Tagalog, hirap pa rin pong magbasa yung mga bata kahit na grade 6, grade 7, hirap pa rin pong magbasa ng Tagalog, di po ba? Kasi yung binabasa nila ay istoryang hindi sila familiar. Yon. Tapos sabihin natin, kung sasabihin man natin, kaya lang ma'am, hindi yan po ang pinapabasa namin sa mga grade 7. Hindi po yan grade 7 level. Oo nga, pero pabasahin mo nga sila ng grade 7 level, hindi nga makabasa. So, walang nararamdamang success ang mga bata. Samantalang pag simulan mo sila sa sarili nilang istorya, yung makikita nila, maririnig nila in spoken form, makikita nila sa written form, mapapagtagni nila, ayun pala yung pagbabasa. So, ano pa pag nakikita nyo na mga benefits ng activity na to? Ano pa po yung sa palagay nyo ay isang bagay na magagawa nyo sa inyong classroom, lalo na para sa mga bata na tinutulungan nyo po magbasa? Ano pa po yung nakikita natin? Hindi po ito English. Yes, hindi po English. Pero nagsisimula po tayo dun sa nawawala sa kananasan ng mga bata sa literacy activities, kung ang una nilang pinagtutuunan ng lakas, enerhiya, at yun ang ginagawa nila araw-araw, ay Ingles. Kung ang Ingles, pagbabasa sa Ingles lang po ang susubukan nating paggawa sa kanila araw-araw. Sila po ay nagkakaroon ng ibang pananaw. Ano ba yung pagbabasa? Ito yung alala. Kung sa Tagalog yung babe, bibo, bu, ayun ang gagawin nila paulit-ulit kung hindi sila makabasa. Kaya hindi nila naintindihan talaga kung ano ba yung pagbabasa. Ito lang ba ay sounding out words? O tapos pag tinanong sila ng teacher, tungkol saan ba yung story yung binasa mo? Hindi sila makakasagot kasi parang, ma'am, binasa ko na nga ano pa ba yung gusto mong gawin? Ibig sabihin, binaybay o sinound out. Pero hindi naman naintindihan. So, yun po yung mga nawawala. Lalo na sa English. So, ang customized literacy po ay binabalik natin sa mga bata yung makahulugang communication, makahulugang pakikipag-ugnayan gamit ang salita, spoken and written, at gamit ang mga kwento na meaningful sa kanila. sa palagay po namin, mas mabuting panggalingan yon. Yun yung, from there, use that as a springboard to now learn about the language. So, ayan na po yung mga nagtuturo ng language na. Alin sa mga sinulat mo ang salitang pangalan, nouns? Alin sa mga salitang nandito sa kwento mo ang action words? So, ayun na po yung segue doon. Literacy and enjoyment of stories and relevant in their context stories, and use them to learn the language and then English. Kasi translate the story in English later on. So, okay, iba naman. Sino po yung gustong magbahagi naman ng sarili nilang exploration? Siguro, ano yung mga challenges na nakikita nyo sa inyong mga lugar na, ma'am, di yan pwede sa amin. Mga ganon. Okay? So, pwede ba tayong makinig? Yes po, sir. So, we just did, Sir Mitch, we just did Ma'am Marian, who shared about her story with customized literacy. Sir Mitch, are you asking about what other strategies did other people use? Their experiences?
Yeah, I was interested in Mom Marianne's experience is wonderful and powerful, and I wondered if other teachers in the group had tried something similar.
O ano kaya, Sir Mitch, kung pag-usapan nila kung nai-envision, can you envision yourselves, teachers, adopting something like this? What kinds of challenges are you anticipating? Lalo na po yung mga language related. O kaya, Ma'am Cecil, I know you're a science teacher, but there was something there about writing a book about insects. Halimbawa, di ba po? Link po yun sa science.
Or
Ma'am Maylene,
farming or growing things.
Oo, yung mga ibang karanasan. Okay? Sir Philip, di ba po nag-journalism training kayo? Ano po yung, how do you get the kids to write? How do you get the kids to choose? How do they choose the stories they write about? Tagalog lang, Sir Mitch. Okay. I mean, Sir Philip. Hello, Sir Philip? Mute ka po ba? Wala ba si Sir Philip?
Gandang umaga po.
Ay, sino po sila? Ma'am Maylene. Si Ma'am Maylene ba yun?
Ma'am Cici, Ma'am Cecilia.
Oh, si Ma'am Cecil. Okay, Ma'am Cecil. Hi, Ma'am Cecil.
Good morning po. It's been a long time po. Good to see all of you virtually po.
Virtually, okay.
Yeah, ayun po. Kanina po while Sir Jordan is presenting po yung doon na po muna ako sa KS1 kasi I would like to share with you although commercial lang po ito, this is something that lighten up my day last week. Actually, medyo medyo irrelevant po din, pero I will share something po later. Ito po, Ma'am Weng, I found this in the bookstore. I don't know, meron po ngayong lumalabas na notebook na wherein meron po siyang blank space on top and then meron po siyang sulatan sa ilalim. Tapos sabi ko, pwede ko tong, kasi I am handling high school po. parang I am thinking na magpapa-customize po ako ng notebook wherein sa science po kasi marami pong kailangan na i-drawing. Parang iniisip ko, parang magiging effective po ito, yung format. Hindi ko po sila papabilhin nito. Wherein meron lang po silang bond paper kasi I've heard from Sir Jordan na they are using bond paper sa customized literacy po nila. And then there comes a time na kung gusto po nilang i-improve yung kanilang sinulat na kwento ay pwede po nilang ma-improve. So sabi ko po yung bond paper ikakat ko sa half, tapos ayun po. Pwede ko po itong gamitin kasi sa science wherein pwede po akong magpa-drawing ng halimbawa po ay plant. Yan. So parang yan po. Meron po siyang part na blank and then meron po siyang pang elementary po kasi to, sabi nga po ni Sir Philip, pang KS1, ni Sir Jordan, pang KS1. Parang natuwa lang po ako sa kanya kasi sabi ko, bibilihin ko to kahit high school teacher ako. Pwede ko siyang magamit. Yun po. So back dun po sa sa presentation po ni Sir Jordan, isip ko lang po na pwede ko po siyang gamitin sa mga yan po, sa real life situation po. Kasi ang hinahandle ko po kasi ay mga cream section sa science. Yun po. Parang naisip ko po na pwede ko po siyang gamitin like para po kasing meron po kaming task na wherein titingnan po ng mga bata kung ano po yung mga gamit na nasa bahay nila na related sa chemistry, like yung mga panlinis po ng CR, yung mga ginagamit po sa pagluluto. Then I am thinking na they will make a story about it, yung kung paano po nila ginagamit yung mga, actually yung activity po will be elements and compounds found at home. Yun po. So, parang Ma'am Weng, to everyone, parang iniisip ko na magiging applicable po itong, although not so much of the customized literacy kasi in Laguna, ang ginagamit lang po namin is Tagalog and English. So, doon po siguro sa mga klase na hinahandle ko, na average, maybe I can ask them to use the Filipino language, and then doon po sa mga higher sections, pwede ko pong ipagamit po sa kanila yung English language, pwede din po kung kaya po nila. Parang it's parang refresher po sa akin yung na inano po ni Sir Jordan na why not yung mag-deviate ng konti doon sa baka magalit sa akin si Sir Jordan, kasi ES po yata siya. Yung pwede pong mag-come up ng ibang activities, yung para mas ma-boost po yung critical thinking ng mga bata na pinagre-research mo lang sila about these things found at home related to science. Why not ask them to make stories para ma-share po nila sa klase how they use, halimbawa, the muriatic acid at home, how they use di po ba yung mga baking products po, mga baking ingredients po natin. Parang magkaroon po kami ng parang more relevant and more meaningful na discussion sa klase. So, tinitingnan ko po yung possibility na magamit ko po siya sa chem, sa bio, not so much po siguro sa physics, sa earth science, yun po. Parang why not ask them to make these stories na kesa po magkakabisa lang po sila sa libro, magme-memorize lang sila sa libro ng mga bagay na to. Why not share po para maging meaningful po yung namin, yung discussion po namin sa science. Yun lang po, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. That sounds very promising, Ma'am Cecil. Kasi 'di ba po, hindi rin din sila nakakaintindi ng mga science textbooks.
Yes
Hirap
po,
rin
ma'am.
sila
Mahirap po sa kanila.
So yan, mas mas mauunawaan po nila yung mga konsepto kasi sila mismo yung nag-imbestiga tapos sinulat nila yung kanilang mga nakita.
Yes po, ma'am. At ginamit po nila yung mga chemicals na yon. Kaya hindi po magiging empty yung discussion dahil based po sa experience nila, like po yung before na pag sinanong ko po sa kanila, how do you have you experienced dipping your hands doon sa washing machine kapag naglalaba? And then they will say, "Ma'am, makati po. Ma'am, masakit po." And then from there, pwede ko pong hugutin yung konsepto ng agham, ng science po, based po dun sa kanilang mga experience. So, if they will write it and then hindi po ako masyadong mapapagod sa pagsasalita, and then they will do the thinking by themselves, and then hindi po siya parang pwede rin po siya yung sinabi po ni Sir Jordan na i-read aloud. So this time naman po, ibabasahin naman po nila yung mga experiences nila with the chemicals, and then sa generalization po ng lesson at the end, parang hindi po ako yung nagsalita. Sila po, they do the thinking by themselves, they do the writing by themselves, and then saka ko na lang po ipapaliwanag yung konsepto at the end of yung kanila pong mga pagbabasa ng kanilang mga kwento at mga narratives about their experiences, about elements and compounds na nakikita po sa bahay po nila. Yan po.
So, nandun din po yung element ng yun nga po, yung relevance, nasa context, para yung mga isusulat nila tungkol sa science ay magiging buhay na buhay.
Yes, ma'am. And ano po pala, meron po akong notes kanina pero konti lang po. Yung natandaan ko po sa kay Sir Jordan, yung kailangan po ng mga guide questions. Yan po, kailangan po may guide po yung mga bata para po dun sa structure po ng isusulat po nila. Not to hamper their creativity. Pwede naman po silang magsulat ng iba, pero yun po, kailangan po pala siyang lagyan ng mga guide. Parang halimbawa, what is the compound at home that you are talking about? Ano ba yun? Yan ba ay baking soda? Yan ba ay muriatic acid? Yan ba ay detergent? Yun. Tapos and then, pwede ko pong sabihin na can you describe yung chemical na yon at home? So, i-describe na po nila yon dun po sa kanilang narrative. And then, pwede ko pong sabihin na ano yung naranasan ninyo tungkol sa paggamit niyan, paano siya nakatulong sa inyo, yan po. So parang iniisip ko po na gumagawa na din po kasi ako ng mga lesson plans ngayon in preparation. So parang parang may natutunan po din talaga ako sa kahit aral AP po yung si Sir, pwede applicable din po siya sa subject po namin sa science po. Yan lang po, ma'am.
Thank you. Sir Philip, okay na ba yung microphone mo?
Narinig na po ako?
Yes!
Ayan, thank God. Kanina po, ayaw talaga Okay. So, ipag-isay ko na lang po siguro yung question ni Sir Mitch at saka po ni Ma'am Weng. So, based po sa school po kasi namin, we are conducting po an annual read aloud day. But in our school po, it runs for a week. So marami pong mga activities that would motivate the students to read. Pero ang maganda po kasi dun po sa program ni Sir Jordan, kasi sa amin po, the culminating activity or yung madalas po namin ginagamit, almost on a weekly basis po talaga, is yung guided reading. So sa guided reading po, tinutulungan lang, parang ginaguide lang po yung mga students to read, but it's more on fluency rather than on comprehension. So sa comprehension po kasi, we'll just ask few questions. Pero ang maganda po kasi kayo dun sa program ni Sir Jordan, parang it's more on a inquiry-based technique wherein mas malalim po mas malalim yung questions na ibabato sa mga bata. At yung mga bata naman ho ay talagang mag-iisip. At tama ho yung sinabi ni Ma'am Weng na marirealize nila that this is the reading. That it's not just on fluency kung paano magbasa ng malakas, kundi paano maintindihan nila, ito pala yung reading na naiintindihan ko, na-apply ko sa tunay na buhay. Kasi nga, kapag yung mga questions ay, for example, or maganda po kasi yung sa sinabi ni Sir Jordan na yung mga bata po mismo yung gagawa ng story. So dahil ho doon, dahil ho doon sa questions, pwede hong ipagsabay syempre yung habang, for example, pagtapos po na nabasa nila, na-share nila sa mga classmates nila at nabasa na rin po ng mga teachers, pwede na hong itanong ng mga teachers kung ganito ba yung dun sa real life situation po nila. At dun sa ganung paraan, mas maintindihan nila na, ito pala yun, na mas maganda pala na ah, na-apply pala ang reading sa tunay na buhay. Kasi I think yung mga bata ho kasi parang hindi nila makonect yung reading sa real life situation. Kasi nga, hindi nila, siguro dahil sa technology or dahil hindi nila nare-realize yung importance nito. So parang ah, hindi nila ano ko ba sasabihin? Parang hindi nila, dahil hindi nila na-apply Parang mga bata kasi parang na pag sinabing reading lang parang nautusan lang. Apo. So, yun ho yung I think that's the most yun yung nakikita ko na pwedeng i-apply po sa school. Pero I think it's more applicable sa Key Stage 1. Sorry, sa Key Stage 2. Kasi sa Key Stage 1, yung mga bata po kasi hindi pa po ganun kagaling magbasa. So, hindi pa po sila, I think they cannot, maybe if they create their
Emerging
own
leader.
story, maybe mas shorter po. I think that.
Yeah.
Oo. So, it's more applicable sa key stage 2 when it comes to elementary kasi elementary teacher po ako. So, yun po ma'am.
Mm-mm.
I think the challenges, okay.
Sige.
One of the challenges of course, maganda rin po yung sinabi ni Sir Jordan yung sa mga parents. I think, pero kasi mostly sa parents po sa amin are working. So, most of the time po talaga, so isa yun sa mga dilemmas ng school namin na hindi siya na hindi nakapag-practice yung mga bata sa bahay, sa kanilang mga respective houses. Kasi nga ho, busy sila, busy yung mga parents. At the same time, minsan naman ho, yung mga bata, syempre wala rin hong motivation. So yun din ho yung we are trying to motivate the students to read at home. And of course, encourage the parents as well to make time and effort po to guide their children po to read. Yun ho. I think that's one. And the second po is the one challenge din po. I think it could be dahil nga ho sa dami ng mga estudyante at sa mahihirapan po yung mga teachers to implement dahil nga ho dun sa teacher-student ratio. I think that's one also. So I think magagawa lang ho namin to, for example, for special occasions or for, I think mas maganda ho sana i-memorize to ng DepEd para ng division office para ho talaga magawa ho ng maayos. At gusto ko rin ho yung sa brigada ho ng Bohol. Tama ho ba, ma'am? Bohol ho
Romblon.
ito. Romblon na yung sa brigada, yung brigada basa, tama ho ba? Sir Jordan, basa brigada or something like that.
Brigada Pagbasa.
Brigada Pagbasa. Kasi sa amin ho, sa Division Office ng Quezon City, mostly ho talaga yung traditional na brigada wherein yung paglilinis. Pero ito ho, maganda ho yung sa Brigada Pagbasa. Kasi talagang yung lahat ng stakeholders will help one another to help the students to read and to uplift their literacy. Opo, ito yun. Yun po.
Thank you, Sir Philip.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm looking at the time now. So, pero gusto marinig sana rin natin kung ano yung iniisip ng iba. At some point, gusto ko ring marinig kung ano yung mga challenges na kinaharap ni Sir Jordan doing this. Kasi big scale to kagad di ba? So, ayun lang po yung oras na meron tayo. So, pwede po ba tayong makarinig? Can we hear from other people who have not shared yet? Okay lang po na very informal. Hirap po ako talaga kasi magsalita ng formal. na Tagalog at formal na Ingles. Alam niyo yon? Kasi tayo ay, mga teachers. Hindi tayo mga foreigners na kailangan maging formal, mag-Inglesan. So, Ma'am Mylene, were you about to share anything? Something? Sorry. Dr. Mays?
Good morning po, Ma'am Wing. Good morning, everyone. For the presentation of Sir, I am very thankful po na naka-attend ako dito sa virtual. Kasi it is very challenging for me. Ako po yung designated ng aming principal as a reading teacher or reading coordinator in our school. Then, parang nalilito po ako kasi yun po kasi mama ang gusto niya na ipagawa po yung customized literacy ngayong summer. Then, nakastart na po kami noong May 16 at saka mag-end na po kami ngayong June 6. So, hindi pa po namin nagawa, ma'am, kasi nahirapan ako. Non-readers man yung mga pupils namin. Paano na yan? So, ngayon po, ma'am, parang may knowledge na po ako kung ano po ang dapat namin gawin. At pagkatapos, nagawa na rin po namin yung every Friday, nag-feeding po kami. Ngayong summer lang po yan nangyayari. Para lang po gusto ng mga ma-motivate yung mga bata na mag-attend sa summer reading po, ma'am. At saka naghanap rin po kami ng mga magbigay ng mga school materials para sa mga bata na nag-attend po ng summer reading. So sana po makapagbigay kami sa kanila, no. So very po sir, nakatulong talaga sa akin kasi tinawagan po ako kanina ni ma'am principal namin na mag-attend ako para may knowledge na po kami kung anong gagawin namin pagpunta na po ni Ma'am Wing sa aming school kasi ngayong July yata yun, Ma'am Wing, no? Punta ka sa amin.
Yes po, July 29 to August 9.
Yes po, ma'am. So sana po magawa rin po namin yung ginawa nila Sir Jordan kasi talagang gusto na po ng principal namin na gawin na yun po, ma'am, pero talagang nalilito pa kami kung ano ang dapat namin gawin, how to start po, ma'am, at saka how to end, no? Talagang nalilito pa kami. So ngayon po, ma'am, para may knowledge na kami, so sana magawa po namin. Saka pwede po ba, ma'am, baka pwede po namin i-adapt yung yung questions nila Sir Jordan? Pwede po kaya, ma'am?
Actually po, gusto ko pong sabihin na yung pong customized literacy ay napaka-skeleton lang siya. Marami pong ginawa sina Sir Jordan na modification at sila na po yung namahala sa paano gagawin yon. So, open-ended po talaga siya. Kung ano yung nakikita nyo, ito po nasa sa chat, na nilagay ko po dito yung ilang mga bentahe, yung steps po ng customized literacy, pero hindi nyo po kailangan gawin na yun mismo yung kailangan gawin. Yung general idea, yung mga bata ay bibigyan ng pagkakataong magsalita. Dahil doon po sila natututo, hindi sa pakikinig na at gumagawa ng mga worksheets. Ayun po yung unang binabasag ng customized literacy. Kung ang mga bata ay nakaupo lang sa classroom at sumasagot ng worksheet, o kaya po sila ay parating po nag-uulit ng mga alphabet, babe, bibo, bu, basa, baba, baka, yun po ay hindi nakakatulong sa kanila na maging strong readers. Yon. Kasi nga po naiiwan sila sa yon lang, baka, baba. At kung hindi familiar yung mga salita na yun, hindi nila nakikita na yung decoding ay dapat nagbubunga ng image sa isip nila. Yung image ay gagamitin nila sa pag-intindi ng istorya na binabasa nila. So it's not about just decoding words. Sabi nga ni Sir Philip, it's not just about decoding words. It is making meaning. So this exercise is to give the students the chance to make meaning. Yun po, kung susundin niyo po yung balangkas, yun po ang dapat mawala. Parang Nasaan na yung mga bata na nagsasalita? Biglang naiwan sa feeding, naiwan sa, yun po ang laman po ng customized literacy ay yung mga bata na nagkakwento sa spoken version at sa written version, at yun po ang mayamang literacy experience. Kung gagawin po nila yun araw-araw, kaya gusto ko po makita nyo na hindi po siya mahirap. Kung gagawin nyo po yun araw-araw, sila po ay immersed doon sa activity na tinatawag nating pagbabasa. Mas nadadalian silang magbasa na may pag-unawa dahil nanggaling yung mga kwento na yon sa kanila. Nakita niyo po yung nilagay ko ditong summary. All the homemade books are hanged on the rope across the room, and then the teacher invite the class to read the storybooks that they'd like to read. May pili-pili na sila. So ayun po yung pagsagot natin na wala naman kasi silang babasahin, ma'am. Tamad silang magbasa, ma'am. Wala silang interest, ma'am. Pero kailangan natin silang tulungan mag-start somewhere, di ba? They need to start somewhere. And this is the start. Yung maramdaman nila, wow, exciting pala magbasa. Tapos hindi na natin problema yung wala silang babasahin, ma'am. Meron ka ng instant library. So just 1 week of doing this with all the storytelling, preparation of the books, and hanging them on the rope, and getting the kids to enjoy the stories written by their friends, by each other, yun po ay instant excitement that will motivate the kids to like, oh, let's tell more stories. Oh, let's read more books. Oh, let's read. And then that's your stepping stone toward them being able to read more complicated words. Kuha po niya. Hindi po sila
Yes, po, ma'am.
kwento-kwento lang. Ganon. So, addressing the question about the questions, yun pong original nun ay, it's just to guide the kids. Sabi nga ni Ma'am Marian kanina, huwag kang magtanong na you're leading them. Now, yun na yung idea mo, hindi na yung idea nila. O yun na yung kwento mo, hindi na kwento nila. Yung tipong, siguro halimbawa lang kaibahan. Sa halip na itanong mo, may aso ka ba? O sinabi ng bata, meron po akong paboritong alaga. So, sa halip na tanungin mo lahat yun, hayaan mo lang siya magkwento. Pag na-stuck yung bata, ang itatanong natin ay mga pangsusog or how do you say that? Embellishments. Give me more details. So, yung mga tanong natin ay who, what, when, where, pag hindi pa niya nasagot. Then we ask something like, sino pa yung kasama mo? Ayan, sino pa yung kasama mo? Anong ginawa nyo? Nag-basketball po. Tapos one word yung bata magsalita. And that's okay because you're just giving them the chance to get out of their shell and then get used to talking. And, sino ang kasama mo? Ano pang ginawa nyo? Saan kayo nagpunta? Hindi yung, nag-basketball ba kayo? O masaya ba yun? Kasama mo ba yung kapatid mo? Kasama mo ba yung pinsan mo? Ikaw na yung nagsabi ng kwento. So, ayun yung difference na guide question versus giving the words, putting words in their mouth. So, yun din po yung paglago ng language skill, di ba? Language skills. So, ayun po, napakayaman po nung customized literacy. Pero, okay lang po yun na hindi natin makuha kaagad ng perfecto. We don't have to do everything right in our first try. So don't fret, don't be scared, and just experience it and then come back and share your story. Like what Sir Jordan did, hindi kailangan lahat ng ginawa ni Sir Jordan ay tama. Pero ang dami pong preparation ni Sir Jordan dito. And it was, the workshop that we did was basically just to bring it on the table. What are the advantages? What are the benefits of giving the children a chance to tell their story in building the reading skills and the thinking skills? Kasi engage sila yung nag-iisip. Ano yung susunod ko kaya dito? Ano pa yung mga gusto kong detalye na isali dito? And then eventually, they will be asking each other about the stories that they've read. Like, oy, hindi ganyan ang spelling ng pangalan ko. They will be giving comments, giving feedback. And you now have a community of learners. It's now a true community of learners. Okay? Ano lang po yan, simple lang po yan. Hindi ko po ibig sabihin na, hindi sila magbabasa tungkol sa climate change, ganyan. Sa totoo lang po, hindi naman din sila nakakabasa tungkol sa climate change. So, kailangan magsimula tayo sa ano ba yung saan sila interesado muna. Tsaka tayo lumabas sa ano pa yung mga matututunan natin sa mundo at sa buhay. Diba? Ma'am Chen, any last words? Ma'am Chen, sino pa? Sir Ryan, you are a language EPS ng Filipino language. And
Magandang umaga po, Ma'am Weng. Magandang umaga, Sir Mitch, at sa lahat po. Una sa lahat, no, pagbati kay Sir Jordan, sa kanyang team, no, sa mahusay na pagsasagawa po ng customized literacy sa kanilang division. No, nakita natin yung effort, napakaganda ng mga outputs ng mga bata. So, isang panawagan din para sa atin lahat na isagawa din, no, or hindi man matularan ay magawa din natin sa ating mga sari-sariling mga division. So sa amin kasi, Ma'am Weng, ang ginawa namin ngayon, school-based ang mga reading programs lahat. So though pwede naman natin itong i-share at para makita ng mga teachers yung kagandahan nung activity. Kayun din, yung gusto ko talaga na, yung nakita kong natutuwa ako na nakita ko sa presentation ni Sir, yung language attitude ng mga bata at the same time ng mga magulang. Na sabi ni Sir, so ibig sabihin, no, isang malakas na napakitain or na ang wikang ng Romblon ay nananatiling malakas at buhay, no? Kasi yung kanilang attitude ng mga bata, ang sabi ni Sir, 'di ba? Ang sabi niya dati ay may ngayon pala, no, wala nang mother tongue sa classroom. So nagfi-Filipino na ang gamit mga mag-aaral. Pero pagdating sa labas, sabi niya ay bumabalik sila doon sa kanilang wika, no, na at yun din yung gusto ng mga magulang sa yun yung sana na gusto kong din sa aking local language na hindi nangyayari sa katotohanan kasi baliktad, no? Yun yung nakakapalungkot naman sa aming language na yung language attitude ng mga magulang, lalo yung mga magulang at saka mga mag-aaral, baliktad, no? Pag dati, nung may mother tongue, tinuturo ang mother tongue bilang subject at bilang wikang panturo, no, ginagamit ang mother tongue lang sa loob ng classroom. Paglabas ng eskwelahan ng bata, pag naglalaro na sila, bumabalik sila sa wikang Tagalog o di kaya sa English na sinasabi mo. Kasi yung pagtingin ng mga magulang doon sa wikang Tagalog at saka sa English, no, yung pagtingin at pagtanaw ng mga magulang bilang wikang makapagsasalpa sa kanila sa kahirapan. So nakakatuwa, no, yung ganung attitude pa rin napapanatili ng mga taga Romblon, yung ganung pagtingin sa kanilang wika at pagpapahalaga sa wika. So ibig sabihin lamang nito na nanatiling malakas pa rin, no, yung wikang Romblanon. So muli pagbati po, Sir, at sana mapanatili natin ganyan yung pagtanaw ng mga magulang, lalong-lalo na yung mga kabataan po natin. So muli po, maraming salamat sa isang abiyayang umaga ng ating pagbabahagian ngayong umaga. Marami po kaming natutuhan. Gayon din, Ma'am Weng, no, nakita ko yung presentation, yung dito yung mga messages mo sa inbox natin about the customized literacy. So gusto ko din po siyang introduce din sa mga teachers po natin sa Lungsod Quezon. So muli po, maraming salamat at mabuhay po kayo.
Salamat, Sir Ryan. Dr. Mace, Ma'am Chen, any?
I think good morning po. Very short lang po for me. I think customized learning is
Literacy.
pursue authenticity of learning among our students.
Oh, okay.
I also experience, kasi po in my level, I'm doing high school and I have a subject reading and writing. So basically, my students are already able to read na. So, but once in my class, my goal was really to do critical thinking. So what I did, Ma'am Weng, was I presented a very common, a very common story to them. And then I gave them the chance to experience boundless theme about the story. So hindi ko sila nilimit kung ano yung theme na makikita pa nila, mai-experience pa nila at ma-discover pa nila at mai-interpret nila from the story that I gave. But the story I gave is just a guide for them to create our own story in the class. So I asked them to make their own story based on our local experiences in Albay. So one of the objective of the activity that I gave them is for them to incorporate the Mayon volcano, the sile, the 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 local fruits and local products that they can see in Albay, the eruption of Albay, the story and the myth of Magayon. So uh, presenting them on their own Gen Z Gen Z experiences. So in that ano po, I also asked them to write the story in English and in Bicol, in Daragenyo, or in they have the choice po of their mother tongue. And I think they were very excited first. They are motivated. They are excited to see their own story in a book binded na material because I asked them also to illustrate it on their own.
Mm-mm.
And the goal is really to create a library of Bicolano stories from our own students in Albay. A school-based lang po ito. It's not so big. But I think nakita ko yung excitement ng mga batang makita yung kanilang sariling likha. On the other hand, the challenge po, Ma'am Weng, is I'm looking for experienced teacher to guide, to edit to refine the stories on grammar, on Bicol, on mother tongue. But it is a fact that at this moment, even some teachers, they are not so expert when it comes to mother tongue. So
Mother tongue or
I think
English?
yes. I think congratulations po, Sir Jordan. Actually, just very few po. I was caught by your presentation when you said that when you are teaching customized learning, you treat the students in a holistic view. Their stories, their own stories, their learnings, their mistakes, their problems. So thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm so interested to know about the question patterns that the teachers should ask. Well, Ma'am Weng was able to explain it already. And we should not be limited to very specific questions when doing customized learning. All of that, sir, ma'am, thank you very much po.
Dr. Vase, and then we go.
No, I don't have anything much to add. I think everybody already shared a lot. Just, thanks for Jordan for sharing and also for successfully implementing these activities, and also for nice to hear that you're planning for a wider implementation. So yeah, so that's it. I think we are already beyond 8:30, Ma'am Weng. So.
Yeah, beyond that, 8:30. Okay, Sir Mitch, any last words from you?
No, I think it's a wonderful way to promote literacy, and the use of mother tongue is so important. Research shows that people learn better when they use the language that's most familiar to them. So it looks like the results that Sir Jordan has been getting confirm that research. So that's great.
Yes.
Yeah, if I was just gonna add, like, I think like this is, I would say, like the phase one, like, so you can obviously like build on top. So like, for example, like you follow these students, like if this is gonna be an activity for the school, then yeah, like maybe then you like you also teach or like the grammar there, you know what I mean, and things like that. Although yes, like all the depending on the grade level, the other skill levels and different levels of mastery.
Right. So I added that. So to sum it up, I really like the word that Ma'am Chen used, authenticity. Yung ating po nakasanayan, dahil po sa ating pamamaraan ng pagtuturo ng pagbabasa, ay yung ang pagbabasa ba ay pag sound out lang ng mga sound. Is reading just phonics, like learning the sounds of letters and then blending, but not making meaning. So customized literacy is telling us, showing us what authentic reading is. Ano ba yung essence? What is the essence of reading? What is the essence of literacy? And customized literacy is going to give back to our learners the real meaning of literacy. And hopefully they will want to engage more in speaking, writing, reading, and sharing ideas, sharing life. Hindi lang experiences, no? Hindi lang interest, life, interest, who they are, but it's really being a human being in terms of engaging the children. That is hopefully magawa natin araw-araw mga teachers. Maisama natin at saka na natin isipin na yung malawakan, malakihan, kasi we'll get overwhelmed. And we're just building the foundation. Use it to build the foundation, and then it will be a powerful method later on to learn the reading skills.
Ma'am Wang, would you like to take a picture, a group picture?
Okay, so let's do the group picture. Thank you so much, Sir Jordan, specifically, most especially, for sharing all of this. Hopefully, yung malakihan pa, I forgot anong level yung sinasabi mo sa buong yung division. Magkwento ka ulit. At yung mga iba magkwento rin. So, asan po yung ating view? So, meron pong mga workshops na mangyayari sa Quirino foremost. At yun po ay malakihan. Nasaan ang full screen? Yan. Bukas na po natin yung ating mga video so we can pwedeng Sir Jordan, isara muna natin yung screen so we can get everybody on the screen. Who gets everybody on the screen? Kasi I only have 4 people on mine. Para kayo na po yung magkuha ng picture.
No, I think Sir Jordan has to stop sharing his...
Yeah, stop sharing, Sir Jordan. Salamat po sa iyong very detailed presentation.
Yeah, salamat po, Sir Jordan.
Oo. Very exciting. Pero hinay-hinay rin, Sir Jordan, para po tayo ay hindi ma-overwhelm, okay? Parang, ma'am, ginawa na namin, nakakapagod, ayoko na ulitin. So, yung mga susunod pong workshop, who's taking a picture? I still can't see everybody. Ma Marian, are you there?
Yes, she's there, Wang. Can you turn on your camera as well?
Ako pala yung wala. Okay, so our next sharing will be like end of June or maybe July, but we're doing a lot of workshops and we're bringing Singapore math philosophy as well. But yung sa Quirino po, malakihan po yun. 3 linggo yung aming workshop at ito po ay isang school lang. 3 linggo, isang school, and we call it a village school at sila po ay the theme is growing food. So ayan na po, ang dami pong science dyan, fertilizer, pesticides, irrigation. So watch out for it. We will definitely have them share about it. Yan. Okay? Maraming salamat po.
Salamat.
Okay.
Magandang umaga.
Magandang umaga pala.
Thank you po, sir.
Good to see
Thank you,
you,
ma'am.
Thank you po,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Say hi to Ma'am Ruth.